Hinch, welcome back to Worthing Football Club. How does it feel to be back?
Yeah, bit of a whirlwind really, but as soon as looked at my phone and see Nathan Bowen calling me, I wasn't expecting this to happen and happen as quickly as what it has. But it's like just walking around the place and being in and being training today. It's like I've been away for like 5 years. How much has gone on. I think the stand down the end was still just being constructed, and so much has happened and gone on at this place, and the team going full time and everything. So yeah, it's like I've been away a lot longer than what I have actually, with how quickly everything's moved off the pitch.
What about this place has drawn you back after 18 months? You said it's felt like 5 years. It has only been 18 months. What's drawn you back here to Woodside Road?
Obviously, I think there's some really good memories. It's not always been easy. We've come in some sort of tough times as well. The first time I come, I think I had it was Christmas Eve meeting Morty at Marks and Spencer's in the town there, and then we sort of played Burgess Hill in that first game and got absolutely smashed by Chappers' really good team back then. So yeah, some tough times, but the majority, the memories from Worthing is all positive, and I think it was important to surround yourself with some familiar faces and good people, and I think that's what's at the heart of this club, is good people, from Barry, George, Nathan, Keith, and seeing everybody again. It just reminded me of what this club's all about.
You touched on it there about surrounding yourself with familiar people. Of course, John Meaney was announced as your assistant last night alongside your arrival. Just talk about him and what sort of dynamics going to be between you two as the new coaching staff.
Obviously worked with John here before. Ultimately he's a Worthing lad, and he's played for the club at youth level. He's been the manager here and had some success, won promotions, and when the opportunity come to work with John again, for me it just seemed a sort of no-brainer, and delighted to have him with me here. Like I say, I think it's gone sort of full circle. We was here, it was a grass pitch, was lucky to get 200 odd people. Some of the away boys that were there then are still here now, and so we both just walked around open mouth really of how far the club's come, and the state that the club's in now, compared to when we sort of first arrived. And he's a local lad, he's an extremely talented coach, and really delighted to have him on board.
Just want to dive further into the changes. Obviously we're talking here inside our new 886 lounge. This wasn't here when you departed last time. The direction of the club, does it feel very different to what you were like here 18 months ago? Yeah,
and I think you said about how comes you sort of come back, and I think that's everything that Barry and Nathan sort of said back then that they was wanting to deliver. Sometimes in football, people are good at saying what they're going to do, but I think here they sort of do the work and then talk about it after. So yeah, everything they said, the club sort of going into a full-time model, the infrastructure, the stands that's been built, and everything that's been built around the place, they've sort of done, and in that short space of time as well. So that's a really big pull for me. I think if it was still part-time, if it was nothing had been done to the stadium, then it wouldn't be nowhere near as much of a appealing job to me as what it was. Obviously would still consider it, but the fact that they've gone away and done all those things, then just showed me that the club are ambitious. They do want to move forward, and do want to push and get into the National League, and ultimately John and myself, that's where we want to get back to.
Of course, you've come in fairly early still in the season. What's your short-term and long-term aims here? Of course, you signed a contract until May 2028.
Yeah, obviously the short-term aims is to to win games of football, and that's what we're here for, and we want to get to that as soon as we can, and obviously difficult. I think the league is a completely different league as well. So many more teams that are full time. So there's not just Worthing that have got aspirations of becoming a National League club. There's a fair chunk of the league that want to do that as well. So it's going to be difficult, but that's what we're here to do, and we believe with the squad of players. Aggie, Dean built an unbelievable squad alongside Nathan, and that was a big pull as well to see such a talented group of players to work with on a full-time basis. It just everything seemed in line, and the direction the club's going just met our ambition.
And finally, your first match back in the dugout is that FA Cup fourth qualifying round here under the lights against Forest Green Rovers. That's going to be a massive night for the football club, isn't it?
Yeah, nice quiet one to open proceedings. It doesn't get much better. But this, as a manager, as a player, this is what you do it for. These occasions, these nights, and just to see the TV cameras here for an FA Cup game is again a far cry. You couldn't have visioned that, honestly, for the club that we sort of walked into, me and John, back in 2013. To have that, and this is where we want to be. We want to be testing ourselves against these top managers, top players, and top teams, and what an occasion to come back into. But that's what we do it for, and absolutely relishing the opportunity, and really can't wait for the game to get going.